EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from Cleveland. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter?
They come after him right away, and definitely goes on the first play of the game. Getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved, and we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan, but if this is a sign of things to come. He could be in store for a big game.
3rd and short. Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Again, it's 4. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
Couple of runs stopped behind the line. And now it's 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Forced out left.
great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. Moore to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The 49ers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. First down, 49ers.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner, so that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer, but they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
49er first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, 49ers.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Kittle is the man in motion. He'll go play action, Purdy. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
A 37-yard attempt.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Browns offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
On 3rd down, Sanders. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Purdy. Forced out wide.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
And the 49er.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
A tight end in motion now. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, Purdy. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Third down, Purdy. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter.
And it's fourth down.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. Officially at even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Pinheiro has a field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. Yeah! Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. Open this drive on the ground with 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped, and you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. D. Winters there to bring him down.
D. Winters on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Shador. Now here comes the screen to Ford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try and run for the first down. It's 4.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you, the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. A run straight ahead. That's 4. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
Another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. That is incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He'll step up and run, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly, picks up a couple yards, but not enough now, brings up third down.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Sanders. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Senor Sanders. Touchdown, Cleveland. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Browns move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They run once more with McCaffrey. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Running left, it's McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. On second down, Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
And the 49er first down.
Purdy's going to give this one to McCaffrey. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
49er ball carrier brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. The run here with McCaffrey. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This a 42-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Sanders to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Texas. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Sanders will throw it. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Sanders. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Bryce Huff in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail by 2. And we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On play action, Shador under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From the gun, it's Shador. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Moving to his right, taking off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Now, Sanders. His throw left is complete with Judy.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
1st and 10 now from the 36. On the zone read, here's Sanders to keep it. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On the handoff, 4. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
A loss of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This one from 43 yards away. That one is good. And the Browns will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Kittle is the man in motion. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Room to run at the 40. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. Big time play by McCaffrey. 41 yards.
Pure speed in the open field in that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
1st and 10 for Purdy. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Denzel Ward in on the tackle. They need to get to the 22, but now face the 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This will be from 47 yards. That's going to be blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Give it, and it's 4. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Nick Martin is there to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run a toss play, and it's 4. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. Trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass, it stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 3, Jerry Jeudy. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 10. He'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's taken at about the 14. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6. Sanders now off the bootleg. That one out wide to 4. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Shador backs to the open man. It's Tillman. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Cleveland.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run once more with 4. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a Browns 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And deep for the back of the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down short of the first down by a couple of yards. Gain of 9, but it is fourth down.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Niners offense ready to take over once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to have the 49ers first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
Kittle is the man in motion. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Jennings. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
First down throw there is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And After that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
McCaffrey. Good running inside the 25. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game.
10 yards to go.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. On the run, McCaffrey. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds. It stops the clock. They're continuing to get closer toward a potential game-winning field goal try.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The linemen cannot go downfield. So that quarterback...
And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it, as you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6. It starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do. And we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Here's first down. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Sanders. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
brings up
This is one of those
third down
situations
and
that plays
3 yards
directly
to
into the
go.
hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. The clock will stop with 35 seconds to go.
First and 10
The key to
at the
good route
41-yard
running, Mike,
line.
is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Open man, and that's Tillman.
Complete to Cedric Tillman. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 5. Again, it's Sanders. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he's going to go all the way. Oh, that's some late magic. They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have one more big play left in them? And they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out that that play is the game winner.
Well, here we go. The Browns will go for 2 here.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Sanders going to throw again. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Sky Moore. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Purdy. Airing one out for Bourne. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out a 1-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.